You're not a real soldier. You've never even seen combat." The smirk on Sergeant Keeley's face twisted like a blade. The others chuckled, some quietly, some loud enough to sting. Cadet Blake stood still, shoulders squared, fists quietly clenched at her sides. She didn't speak. She never did. Not when they swapped out her rations as a joke. Not when they left her name off the training roster. And especially not when they called her a paper soldier, as if she hadn't bled like the rest of them. She'd only been assigned to the unit 3 weeks ago. She didn't share war stories. She didn't try to prove anything. She trained harder than anyone, ate alone, and always slept on the floor instead of her cot. No one noticed that small detail. No one asked why. What they saw was a quiet woman with clean boots, a perfect salute, and no combat patch. They assumed she'd never seen fire. What they didn't see was the ink on her wrist, 5 black tally marks etched in straight lines, faded but deliberate. It happened during inspection. Major Donovan walked the perimeter with sharp eyes and a clipboard in hand. "Discipline, precision, chain of command," he barked as he passed each cadet. Then he stopped in front of Blake. Sergeant Keeley leaned in just enough to mutter, "She's got the cleanest hands in here, sir. Must be from all that paperwork." A few grunts snorted. Major Donovan turned to Blake. "Cadet, step forward." She obeyed without hesitation. When she raised her arm to salute, her wrist turned just enough for the tally marks to show. His eyes caught them instantly. His voice slowed. "What's that on your wrist?" She held his gaze. "My kill count, sir." The air shifted. Jokes died in throats. Keeley's smug grin vanished. "Explain," Donovan said flatly. "Operation Raven Shield, Northern Syria," she answered. "My squad was ambushed, no backup. I completed the mission and extracted 2 wounded. 5 confirmed hostiles. That's who those marks are for." Donovan blinked, the clipboard nearly slipping from his hand. "That op was classified," he muttered. "Only 1 agent survived." She nodded. "Call sign Echo, sir. That was me." No one spoke. The silence stretched, this time not with judgment, but awe. Every soldier in that room finally understood. This woman, the one they dismissed as weak, had lived through hell and walked back with scars she didn't need to display. They had been laughing in the presence of a ghost, a living legend. The rest of the day went on quietly until Blake was called to the major's office. He didn't sit. He didn't need to. He simply stared at her, eyes locked on those tally marks again. "I read the after-action report," he said. "You saved 12 lives. 2 of them were ours. Why didn't you say anything?" She looked down. "Because they didn't come back." "I did. That's enough." He didn't speak for a while. Then, "You're being reassigned. Frontline intel, immediate promotion to specialist. You've earned it." She nodded. "Yes, sir." He stepped aside, letting her pass. But before she reached the door, he said, quieter this time, "Blake, I'm sorry. They didn't see you. But they will now." The next morning, the mess hall was different. Conversations halted when she walked in. Keeley looked up, stood awkwardly, then gave a silent nod. Not sarcastic, not mocking, just respectful. The others followed. One offered a seat, another reached out a hand. The jokes stopped. The silence spoke louder than anything. From then on, no one called her by her name. They called her Echo. Not a paper soldier, not a rookie, not a ghost. Echo, the one who came back. Because real soldiers don't always roar. Sometimes they whisper. Sometimes they carry their war not on their sleeves, but on their skin. Before we wrap up, we'd love to know, where in the world are you watching from? Drop your city or country in the comments, and let's see how far this story has reached. If this story touched you, subscribe to the channel and hit that like button and drop a karma in the comments below.